Hi guys, Will here, and in this video I want to give you a drill that can really help you open up tight hips. If you struggle to sit in this position that I'm in right now, cross-legged, nice and tall, without feeling like I'm going to tip over backwards, then this is going to be a really useful one for you. So if you try and get into this position and you find you're here because you really can't externally rotate those hips, despite trying numerous stretches like this, or you really struggle with the pigeon stretch and you're all the way down there, this strengthening drill I'm about to show is really going to help you out. So the idea behind this is that whenever we want to increase mobility in our joints, we want to give those muscles a reason to maintain that level of flexibility. If all we do is try and force them into stretches, we're not giving them a reason to maintain that range. The reason behind tightness can often be because your body, your nervous system, is trying to protect your joints from areas where it feels unstable. If all I do is try and push and force the length into a muscle, it's going to see that as a higher risk. So its protective mechanism is to tighten those muscles back up again and make sure you don't hurt yourself. So we want to make sure with any new range we're creating strength there as well. So if I want to open my hips out to the side, where I'm actually going to begin is going in the opposite direction. So this is an issue I have dealt with myself in the past. I know that this helps quite a lot. I always had struggles with allowing this right hip to drop out. If I was in a butterfly stretch, for instance, with our feet together like so, I'd find my right one simply would not drop down as low as my left. I'd sort of be here. So it was an ongoing issue with that right side. So what I'm going to do is target that side first. You may have a side that is stiffer. I'd always prioritize training that one first. And then if both are the same, it doesn't matter which order you approach them, but mine is the right. So that one is going behind me in this 90-90 position. My setup is going to look like so. Make sure I've got a mat, I've got softness underneath my knees, and I'm setting myself up in a position where I've got my front leg externally rotated to 90 degrees and my back leg internally rotated to 90 degrees. So I want this knee to be able to rest on the floor like so. If I can't sit really tall with this, I'll allow myself to lean backwards, put some weight through that hand. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is go in the opposite direction. I'm trying to open my leg up in this direction, become more flexible there. So I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to keep this knee pinned on the ground and I'm going to internally rotate in this direction, attempt to lift this leg up. I'm going to aim to hold that for 30 seconds. If you can't do that initially without feeling a cramp sensation come on, just do whatever time you can, give it a rest, and then go back in until you've knocked up 30 seconds. That's phase one, just practicing that internal rotation. Then after that, take a small rest. You're going to internally rotate again and then abduct, meaning lifting out to the side. We want to be able to stabilize this core, so brace all of this in, make sure you're firmly on the ground, and you're going to attempt to lift this knee off the floor and hold that. That should feel more intense. So if you find it just can't get off the floor, lean further away until you can. You want to lift to a point that there's a lot of effort. You really feel the muscle working right here by your pocket. Again, aim to accrue 30 seconds, then you're going to take a rest. Now the last and toughest part of this is extending the leg fully out straight like so. Because the foot's further away from the body, we essentially have more load. Think of how it's more challenging to hold a weight out at arm's length instead of hugging it close to your body. Same amount of weight, but the leverages are different. So again, we're going to lift that away from the ground. That's going to be the hardest of the three. Look to build up to 30 seconds worth of that, lower it down, and then aim to perform your stretches. So if I then come around into my figure 4 stretch, I should find that feels significantly more comfortable this time around because I've pre-engaged all of these muscles. I've given them a reason to get into this position, be more comfortable, feel safer here. Do that on a regular basis, ensuring that you're training both sides, even if you only have one problematic side. Do it on both so that you're still keeping up the strength. And I think, again, long term, that's really going to help out, open up ranges so that you get a lot more comfortable getting into these deeper positions of squats, forwards bends, side movements, whatever you need that hip mobility for. Because ultimately, we all need good hip mobility, and a lot of us get very stiff because we don't use it. Okay, let me know how you get on, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.